Louisville's Teddy Bridgewater is one of the most promising freshman quarterbacks in all of college football, but he nearly gave up the game in high school for the person he loves the most. Here is Teddy's defining moments. Life is a series of moments, most of which fly by. But in extremely rare occasions, one of those moments can become defining, lasting beyond the seconds that tick away.
Cool, calm, and collected. That's Teddy Bridgewater on that drive. He didn't look like a freshman there.
Louisville quarterback Teddy Bridgewater is off to an incredible start to his career. At just 18 years old, Bridgewater is the leader of a Cardinals offense that's on the verge of exploding onto the national scene.
The biggest thing I think I'll bring to the game is the ability to beat you with my arm or my legs.
But despite showing flash and pizzazz on the field, Bridgewater remains humble and relatively unknown off it, as a leader that allows his actions to speak louder than his words.
Growing up, my mother always told me to just remain humble, keep a humble spirit, and just being able to just keep myself in the shadow. And I just try to sit back and just observe everything.
Teddy's mother, Rose, also taught him something else: how to fight and how to win.
We found out my mom had breast cancer when I was a freshman in high school, and she had been battling it for 5 years without knowing. So once we found out, I was ready to just give up football, sports, period, and just take care of her. If I had to work, do something like that, that was my goal.
I told him, no, God gave you a gift, and you have to use it. Don't worry about me, I'm gonna be okay. And it was a hard road. I did 9 months of chemotherapy, and I had radiation also at the same time. So it was very hard. I was sick a lot, I lost my hair, and Teddy was there. If I coughed in the middle of the night, Teddy was there. So it was a very hard time for all of us, but it was, especially for Teddy, it was very hard because Teddy and I are very, very, very close.
Despite the agonizing distraction, Teddy kept his focus on football at Miami Northwestern High School, one of the premier high school football programs in the state of Florida. And his mom was the main reason why.
She never missed a game, even though she was, she had her issues with her breast cancer, dealing with breast cancer, but she still managed to attend every game, even through high school and up to this point.
But on a beautiful May morning, mother and son had a defining moment when they received the news they'd been waiting to hear for 4 years. Rose was cancer-free.
We made it. We cried together, we got through the rough time.
I'd say that was one of the biggest days of my life. You have your personal goals, accolades, and things like that, but just knowing that you'll have your mom on this earth for more years to come, that's just a blessing.
Life was back to football for Teddy, and he was headed to Louisville, where he now is trying to carry the torch for a position that has serious tradition.
My experience here has been lovely. It's a long tradition, a long line of just great quarterbacks who made it to the NFL. You have the Johnny Hughes and the Chris Redman, Brian Brum, Jeff Brum, those guys, so it just helped a lot.
He's well on his way to carrying on the legacy, on pace to break the Louisville freshman passing record set by Chris Redman in 1996. He is a playmaker, a quiet leader, and the son of a cancer survivor. Teddy Bridgewater's defining moment is now. Teddy Bridgewater has handled the switch to the starting quarterback position at Louisville pretty well for a true freshman, but that should not be surprising. In high school in Miami, he played in front of crowds as big as 30,000 people beginning when he was 14 years old. For WDRB Sports, I'm Pat Doney.